What up, guys? What's good? What's good? What's going on? Let me know if y'all can hear me. What's good? What is going on with all the male bashing, guys? What is that about? Why they coming for my neck? Because I'm talking about it. Like, real talk. Like, is that going to get us anywhere? At the end of the day, we need men. So, I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I'm going to keep saying it. So, that whole little coffee date theory about how you got high standards, so you ain't going on coffee? Like, how? And everybody got on live and got on social media and was like, how dare y'all say something about her? I'm just like, y'all don't think anything is wrong with that? Where you just jump on social media and just start dogging the men that's protecting us for real. There ain't nobody else gonna go for bat for us. So I don't understand. How is that so hard to understand that? So do y'all not know that yes, you can go out for coffee, right? You can go out for coffee. I mean, who knows where y'all might go after, or you never know. You might miss out on that one person. Like, real talk. Like, y'all living in a dream sometime. Like, it don't make any sense. And then you put it out there. You can't get mad if you put out, I don't do coffee dates because I got high standards. Then you get mad when people say what they don't like about you. That's life. That's life, right? So it's just like it's like putting something on a billboard and you mad that people are talking about it or looking at it. You put it on a billboard. Am I right or am I wrong when I say that? It's like nobody's making you do anything that you don't want to do. But the audacity for you to come on here and say, I got high standards. You know what I mean? Hey, Skinny, hey, Mike. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, at all. Like, please make this make sense. And then, y'all know some creators came from my throat this week. You know I was screen recorded it. And before I play it, I want y'all to know I do not know this lady at all. And I do not have a Facebook, so I don't know who she mad at. Is she mad at somebody? But it's not me.
Man asked me for coffee today after work, and I politely told him no, and then brought myself to McAllister's, where I got this croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25. Now, I'm not going to argue with you about how you like to date, just like I don't want you to argue with me about how I like to date. But coffee is never going to be an option for me. And just like I respect your choice to coffee, respect mine to not coffee.
Okay, so look, that's what she put out there, right? So, these are some of the comments I got. So, I had to go to their page too. So I'm just letting y'all see this real quick. It says, if you didn't like what she said, you could have just kept scrolling. But instead, you wanted to take the opportunity to basically call her fat and say she should be happy with a coffee date. Let's normalize minding our own MFing business. Wouldn't that be the same thing if she left this on my page? And all I said was, you got high standards, and because you're saying you're not going on a coffee date because you got high standards, but you just ordered about at least 2,000 worth of calories for one setting. That's all. I didn't call her fat. I didn't call her nothing. I didn't call her one name. So you see what we dealing with? And that was a fair thing to say. I'm sorry, it was. But this is what they do.
He's barking at those women.
So of course, I went to her live too. I went to that live. Like, it don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. Kitty said, I agree with her. He shouldn't have invited her to he should have invited her to a salad bar date. You know what? Just take a listen to what she was saying.
You don't see it, you know, but they're all in our comment sections when we say things like that.
And
Now, this is her live, the no coffee date girl.
I will just add that I think the type of vitriol that I receive is directly related to the fact that I'm a fat, dark-skinned Black woman, right? Because just to start, just even questioning whether or not a man would find me desirable enough to even ask me on a coffee date, just questioning that in and of itself is very, very disingenuous, because there are men that are on my level of attractiveness, right? I'm not saying that I'm the baddest thing walking, but I also know that I'm not the ugliest thing walking.
So I wonder, what does she think her level is? That's all I'm saying. What exactly is her level?
With that said, if there are levels to attractiveness, there are a lot of men who are on my level that would be willing to date me, right? And just the idea that people are questioning that I was even asked on a date is wild to me, because they don't question that with like other people. But to then take it a step further to say, well, you should just be grateful that you were asked at all, because I know you don't have options. I know you blah, 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 blah. And I've said it.
So she put it out there, right? She put this out here. Ebony Dean said, or a juice day. Ladies, we got to start eating healthy. Yes, we do. But I don't understand, why are so many women offended about just saying, get healthier, be healthier? Like, what is going on? So, of course, this is her page. And she said, I wouldn't go on no raggedy coffee date either. So, I had to go to this lady's page. And when I tell you, it made sense why she said it. It made sense why she said, look at this, look and see what y'all ain't seen the tirade that went off on me for no reason.
My theory about men who hit the wall will always be correct. My theory, if a man is not in a relationship or in a marriage, by time they turn a certain age, they instantly turn into skeevy, weirded out, perverted, disgusting, predatory, red-pilling ass men. And I know a lot of them. Trust me, what I tell you, this is what they turn into when they not looked after. When y'all don't got a woman to look after y'all slow behinds, they turn into that. And that's why I call Paul Pierce Dusty. And y'all got mad and y'all was like, how you calling an NBA basketballer a millionaire? Because y'all be so impressed by money. Idiots have money. People who are dumb have money.
So didn't she just prove the point though? Like, she's saying idiots have money. So just think about this. She's talking about why people are so oppressed by millionaires. Why are y'all so oppressed by a 5-star dinner? I mean, that's all I'm saying. Look, Ebony said no accountability. I mean, you right about that at all. Look, Kitty said women complain about dates because they don't have to pay for it. Women complain about dates they don't have to pay for it. Yeah, you're right. How you complaining? You ain't even paying for it. You ain't paying for it. Like, I don't even understand. Like, come on now. And then it's so many of these. Listen to this. I have not seen this yet, so I'm watching this in real time.
A plus size woman who struggles with dating as well. I have so much to say about the coffee date girl. And my standards are extremely high too. I don't even drink coffee, so we're not even gonna have the discussion about whether a coffee date is sufficient enough for me. Cool, it don't matter. Let's move on. I don't care what's going on, how I look, and what I should do better about my appearance. I'm not accepting anything. I don't care what it is. If it's not in alignment with what I require and what I need for myself, I'm not doing it. And the fact that y'all projecting y'all insecurities onto this woman is absolutely insane to me. Because I'm pretty sure so many things that she could pick apart about y'all. Because as a plus size black woman, I got my own every fucking thing. I take care of myself.
First of all, you're supposed to have your own. That is Not a flex, ladies. You are supposed to have. That's like you saying I have my own legs. You're supposed to have your own legs.
I take care of my appearance. Maybe not in the gym department. All right, cool. Let's move along. But come on now, y'all. Like, I ain't got no baby daddy. I don't come with, you know what I'm saying? Like, please, y'all are killing me. You leave that fucking girl alone. I want the conversation to stop now. I don't give a fuck what she require. She deserve it and do.
What do you think that you deserve? Like, and like, come on now. And then they want to go with the, because I'm a black, dark-skinned woman. I'm a black, big, dark-skinned woman. Come on now. Are we just going to stay in the victim Olympics? I mean, it don't even make sense. I mean, come on now. What do y'all think y'all deserve? What do you deserve on a first date? What do you deserve with, I don't think y'all realize how this sounds. Like real talk, it doesn't even make sense to me. Like, what do y'all think that y'all actually deserve? Are y'all serious? And then look at this. This was a live that I went on, and y'all, I do not know this lady, but watch how she just goes off. And this is what the women are following.
Watch. Somebody say male bashing. Are you the same motherfucker? Let me see. Yeah, this the same hoe that gonna ask me if I was, let me get this bitch off of here. Yeah, this same goof ass girl. Wait, hold on before I'm finna block you, but just hold on. This same doofus ass chick, right? Fucking, this girl. I'm finna get you some followers because you want some attention. You ain't really got no real followers, so I'm finna.
Not take it. Now, she don't know that this is my second TT page. I got a bigger page than that. But the thing is, the point, like, why are you throwing insults? I don't know you, and you were male bashing. I don't know you though. I didn't call you any names.
To get you some attention, this dumb asshole, right, gonna say on Facebook that I was. What did you say? You said that I was a placeholder for 11 years. This little dumb asshole, she the one said I was a placeholder for 11 years. How am I giving advice?
Never said that.
I'm going to ask y'all something. If you in a relationship and you live with your man and he paying all your bills, he done put you in a car, he taking care of you, is that a placeholder? Because I was thinking, like, who I was with for 11 years? Who was our placeholder for 11 years? Because the last relationship I had, I lived with him. He took care of me and my daughter, put me in a car, let me drive his shit, and paid all the bills. Is that a placeholder?
The crazy thing is, I don't know this lady. I don't have a Red Talk and a Facebook, so it's definitely not me. But Skinny says she always makes car videos. She has a smoke alarm chirping in her apartment. She definitely does. Watch how far she goes with it.
So this dumbass, stupid ass girl, right? Somebody said got to be before I came. It's got to be somebody doofus. She want attention, so I'm finna give it to her. Obviously you knew I was in a long-term relationship, but this motherfucker called me a placeholder. Ah!
Whoever called her that, she is mad. When I say they burnt her lungs, and her ankles when they called her a placeholder.
She ain't got no real followers, so I guess she wants some attention, so go on give it to her. Go on give it to her. She wants some attention.
Just watch how far she goes off.
Give that dumb asshole some attention.
Insults.
No, because sometimes you gotta check a bitch where she got you fucked up at. And this is the thing, a woman will watch your whole life with a man that she won't. No, I'm gonna make a point. If you don't like the conversation, you can get off the live like she just did.
Look at the way she's talking to her people.
A woman will watch your whole life and secretly be in competition with you because of what the man is doing for you.
This don't even make no sense.
That's just a weak ass bitch. You want to call somebody a placeholder that lived with the man that was taking care of her. Because you wanted that life with that man and you never got it.
And I repeat, I do not know her. She does not know me.
You want that life with that man and you never got it. Now you mad. I'm telling you. The women that's settling for coffee, that same man gonna take that a woman that he really care about or he really like, he gonna take her for dinner. He gonna make reservations and take her for dinner. Matter of fact, they gonna fly out of town to go eat. Why you settling?
Hold on. So men are flying women. But think about this. This is a big influencer. You telling me that you are telling your followers that don't go out for coffee because you gonna miss the jet that's gonna take you to your 5-star dinner. That don't even make sense.
For coffee, and now you mad at the chick. You mad at the chick because you settled for coffee. That same man taking some other woman out to dinner. He flying her out of town. They going out to eat out of town. You mad. And you want to watch this woman every move because you trying to compete. So she must be one of these mad ass hoes over a man. Girl, get you a fucking life. I done blocked you on Facebook. Now you want to be quiet and shit. You bring your dumb ass on my live because you think you finna troll a motherfucker. You stupid. Now you ain't got shit to say. No, you want to be tough and talk in the comment section. You want to be on the live. Say something.
I don't have anything to say because it's not me. Like what am I? How can I defend? This woman then left you scarred up from her saying that you wasted your life with 11 years. Like, I don't know this lady. Like, this is crazy to me. I mean, I don't know. Does she got a bottle of St. Ives or OE between her legs in the middle of the car? Like, what's going on?
Else. I guarantee you.
And you right, Mike. Why is everything transactional with these chicks? Because these are their aunties. These are the ones that's telling them this stuff. Like, she literally just told women, and it was like about 400 people in that live, telling them, don't go to coffee days. You're going to miss out on the jet to go out to dinner.
It's a woman that we both know the same type of man, and she mad because that man gave me something that she wanted. A woman will stalk another woman's whole life because of a man. And be mad because that man is doing more for her than he is for you. That ain't my fault because you ain't got no fucking game. I ain't never in my life been a no nigga placeholder.
She must have been several placeholders because why are you so mad?
There's a whole lot of weak ass women that want to be on here and be mad because of a man. Girl, get you somebody that actually care about you. All I can say to a female is it's not that other woman's fault. It's your fault. Get you a man that actually give a fuck about you, that want to do something for you. Point blank, period. Not a bitch quiet. She ain't got shit to say. Bring your ass on here if you fucking want to. You wanted some attention and I gave your dumb ass some attention.
Why are they so aggressive?
You ain't got no fucking followers, so you want to get your followers up.
But she never says my name. That's the funny part. She never says my name.
You wanted some fucking attention, I gave your dumb ass some attention.
This is what they do.
A woman will sit up there and stalk a woman's whole life.
You see how she's trying to attach to other women's trauma? This ain't got nothing to do with no woman stalking no other woman. But this is how they talk. She's definitely doing a little doppelganger from Princella. Yeah, her and Princella are probably twins.
Over a man. I promise you. A woman will stalk another woman's whole fucking life over a man because you mad because of what he doing for. Get you a motherfucker that like you.
And then her mouth. All these
That's it, that's all.
With these sailor.
You trying to compete and compare. Obviously the nigga don't like you like that.
Look, you right, Mike. I said, wow, this lady gave me the perfect nudge to finally apply for my AARP card. Like, just nuts.
You say not every chick worth a cheeseburger.
These are some of my dates.
Like, what's that? Like, that's like, it's weird. She said, oh, all I said was, you are male bashing. You were male bashing. Like, why did, and this is why a lot of the women's spaces, when it comes to them going off on men, y'all don't even get people in there to really talk to y'all because y'all don't even let people talk and y'all start cussing and yelling. Y'all hang up on them. Happens all the time. So yeah, I'm not gonna go back and forth with a woman. Like, I don't even have a Facebook for Red Talk Anna, so I know it's not me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's weird. Y'all post some videos, then y'all get triggered when somebody say something. Exactly, Skinny. They post videos about men. They get triggered when they get called out. Like, not stand on it. Like, and why are you cussing? You cussing and going off and calling me names and talking about your past. People probably didn't even know that you might have been a placeholder for 11 years. Like, I never called you that. You called yourself that in the car looking like you drunk.
Rules as a strict girl. You know I'm the mayor of Strict City. I never cared. These rules are for me. I. My opinion, okay? Everybody's free to do whatever they want in their dating life. These are my rules. The first one, when I give a man my number, he has 48 hours to plan a proper date with me. That means if I give you my number today, you have until the end of tomorrow to plan something or you're blocked. I'm not your pen pal. I'm not gonna sit around and text you back and forth for 3 weeks. Plan a date because you're not gonna be playing in my phone. This next one is actually pretty simple. I don't do coffee dates. I don't do drink dates. It's lazy and I'm not leaving my house for that.
And here we go again. Like, it's just like, who do y'all think y'all are? Then y'all get mad when y'all get busted out. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, I got this long list that's never gonna be filled. Let's talk about it. Nobody's not gonna fill. And you don't realize y'all mad at the men that y'all dated. Y'all picked them. You picked them. Then you come on and this is crazy. And this lady has like 500,000 followers or something like that over there. So it is amazing to me how many people cheer her on. The girls on girls Riley is strange to me. It's not getting y'all anywhere at all. So I don't know. I don't understand it. Skinny says she has a rule book, but doesn't include her Kendra G weave.
Next one, if a man shows up to our first date without flowers, he's never hearing from me again. I don't care if he's a cool guy. I don't care if he's nice, whatever. It may seem really small, like, oh, it's just flowers. But what that reveals to me is that you are not thoughtful and you are not romantic. And that is something that cannot be taught. Next caller.
First of all, why do these women think they can just talk like that? What, who's giving them this courage? I'm telling you right now, most of these women, when y'all date them, take them somewhere simple. Don't go all out. Don't go all out because you're gonna run into something like this. Like, that don't even make sense. Oh yeah, they definitely are blocking their blessings. You're blocking your blessings. You don't know what you can run into. Why you sitting there with your chest looking like a booty on your chest?
I start dating a guy and he's not my boyfriend yet. We're still in that getting to know each other, going on dates phase. I call that the probationary period. During this period, he's not allowed to be stressing me out, giving me the ick, or doing anything that brings confusion because you're not even my man yet. So why is there already drama? You're cut. I don't give second chances if you're not my man. Next, I don't date men who are not already where they want to be in life. I don't care if he has a plan and he's trying to get there. I need a man who's already there. I have no desire to help a man build or be a ride or die or help him get on his feet. There are men out there who are already on their feet. I'm not doing it.
And they probably are not looking for you. They will never probably come and get you in your booty chest. They're not coming.
And men who aren't satisfied with where they are in life are mean. You're not about to take that out on me. Next one, when a man makes a promise that he cannot keep, he will never hear from me again. I don't care how big or small it is. Be a man of your word. I don't care if you're going to the grocery store and you said you're gonna bring me back a bag of chips. If you come back without those chips, you're never hearing from me again, because it costs nothing to keep your mouth shut if you can't keep your word. Next, I have zero tolerance for men who can't lead. I was once on a date with a guy and we got lost and he turned to me like a big dumb toad and said, "Where should we go?" Never hearing from me again. As a man, you're supposed to lead and protect. And if you can't do that, I don't feel safe around you. These are just a few of my rules for me, okay? Let me know if you want more.
And the great thing is nobody cares. Nobody cares about your list. Like this delusion that these women live in. Like it's weird. Like Ebony said she definitely needs to exfoliate. Skin is looking a little ashy around her chest. You gonna come on here with that ashy booty chest talking about what you don't like with your pen, like, and they think it's cute. And there is nothing cute about that at all. Zero is cute about that. But this is where we're at. Some women need their phones taken away from them, okay? And I mean that on everything.
First things I think a man could do is pursue a woman knowing like she's out of his league. And hear me out, right? I say that because every time I log into these apps, I'm seeing men just complain about women, complaining about the maintenance of a woman, complaining about a woman always wanting something, complaining about, a woman having certain.
Yeah, because that's not a man's job. You think that when a man meets you, he's supposed to just pay for your maintenance? That's your job. That is proper grooming.
Standards or boundaries, and this is my thing, right?
She talking about like she a Honda Civic. What do you mean pay for your maintenance?
First of all, y'all could never walk a mile in our shoes. Y'all are complaining about simple stuff that a woman might ask for. When as a woman, do y'all know how much stuff we want? Do you know how many things pop into our head that we want on a day-to-day basis? Like, the list is endless. So you're mad that girl's asking you for some flowers when in reality she want a yacht, a ring, a boat, a baby.
A yacht? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, just straight rage baiting. Like, it's cool. They gonna still be on here talking like this.
Well, I don't know. I don't want that. But child, all the stuff. She want a new bag, a new car, a new house. She want $100K, and all she asked you for was some $20 flowers from Acme, and you're complaining about that. Like, I don't get it. And it's just like, if that's not your thing, move around. Don't date that type of woman. Just date somebody that doesn't care about that. Like, I don't know. It just don't make sense to me. Like, men want, like, the bragging rights to have a certain type of woman on their hip, a certain type of woman, with them. Y'all want to be seen out with them because it's eye candy, whatever. But it's like, when it comes to supporting that lifestyle or supporting that upkeep, it's so many complaints. And it's like, granted, a woman should have their own. I'm a firm believer of that. I feel like a man should not have to pay for your nails, hair, nothing. You should be able to have that.
You see how they contradict yourself? They will contradict yourself in a heartbeat in the same sentence. It doesn't even make sense. Skinny said they are empathetic. They said, the man pays for everything and all they bring is spoiled kuda. You know what? You ain't lying. Like, and it's sad.
That should be done always, anyways, with or without a man. But this is just about a man just complaining so much about dealing with a certain type of woman. Like, oh, she want to go out to eat and she keep asking me for lobster. Do you know that this girl go out with her friends 3-4 times a week and they eat 5-star meals like as regular? Like, they splitting $2,000 tabs like it's nothing at these restaurants. Why are you complaining? Like,
and this is why a lot of black women are the biggest consumers. This is why a lot of black women they will stay in debt. What do you mean y'all splitting $2,000 worth of where y'all eating at?
You know the type of woman that you're getting involved with, and if that's not something that your pockets can handle or you can handle, just don't deal with that type of woman. I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing like all of these like women stands and women haters. Like, men need women and women need men. And if the woman that you're dealing with is too much for you, you might want to turn it down a couple notches and go for somebody that's more your speed. But stop making all these think pieces saying that women require too much or women is just like horrible people because they have boundaries. Every person should have boundaries, including you, Miss Mamas. I meant Miss Papas. Sorry.
And look, if she really thinks she cooking, do she not know? I mean, there's like 15 of whatever she looks like right there. She got the little headband wig on, it's like 15 of y'all everywhere. Like everywhere. Like that's what Women don't understand. Like, they don't gotta do what y'all talking about doing. There's so many of y'all out here. That's what y'all don't understand. And then when men don't want to do that, y'all want to call them names like brokey and broke and you dating out of your means. Like, really? Come on now. What does he get out of this? What does the man actually get out of this meeting somebody like this? Like what does he gain? Look, Ebony Dean says she actually is cute. She's actually cute, but this mindset is a turnoff. But like my uncle always said, he can take a pig and make it look cute.
I don't know. I just feel like when you see a certain type of woman, you already know what you're getting yourself into. Like, sir, BFFR, she has highlights with 10 different countries that she's been to on her Instagram. Her wrist stat go crazy. Her hair is always done. She never got a chip nail. She has her own car. She has her own place. You never see her posting a cash app. Some way, somehow, the girls she's doing well in life. What did you think you was going to come over here and do?
And is that a flex that you're not posted a cash app? Like, what are we dealing with right here? I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. And she really thinks that she's cooking. She thinks she's cooking. And just because you have stamps in your passport, it does not mean so. And this is when I say a lot of women be like, well, he better be able to do this, and this. That doesn't make any sense. And this is why I always say a lot of women miss out on good guys because they start talking crazy like this.
Sometimes we just gotta, be serious, okay?
Single women.
It doesn't even make no look. Mike said, Anna, talk that talk. You know I am. Look, Mike said it's interesting how many women are drawn to the same type of men. Yeah, that's why they share a lot of the same baby daddies. Facts. Often resembling each other in looks and qualities, but lacking unique traits to stand out. Man, what do you bring to the table? You know they gonna say that they the table. You know they gonna be like, I'm the table. I'm the table. And then you be like, I went to all these countries. Nobody cares. Like what? I mean, so you still came back with a jacked up mindset. You need to be getting some therapy instead of getting them stamps. Instead of getting stamps in your passport, you need to try to figure out what's going on in your life because it ain't working out for you. It's not.
Who are over 50 years old who have been reaching out to me for wife coaching tips. I'm no longer taking them. Don't pay the money through my website because I'm.
Look, they making all the women dating coaches quit. Y'all telling me y'all over 50 and still got a list?
Just gonna refund it to you. I've had a couple of experiences this week, and here's why. Most of you, not all, but 99% of the women who are 53 and older, specifically 53, 55, 57, 59, 61, 64, in those age brackets, have been the most challenging for me to coach because the standards are unrealistically high. I get that you're old school and I get that your mom raised you to only interact with gentlemen, but most of the men who do all of the stuff that you're wanting are dead, or they're not looking for 55 or 57-year-old women. There are some younger men who do that, and you don't want an old man because he can't perform in bed. Well, the younger men don't want an older woman because some of you have arthritis, some of you have missing teeth, you have gray hair, you have.
And that's the thing. 50-year-old man, go get him a 30-something-year-old woman. They don't gotta deal with it. They don't gotta deal with Paulina. They ain't gotta deal with Paulina with the attitude. Just because you work down at the courthouse or the post office, that does not make your value go up. That doesn't make it. And I think women really think that. They be like, well, I got my own car, I got my own place, I got a job. So what? So does Ebony down the street. That's what they don't understand. And look, y'all got dating coaches over here crashing out because y'all be talking crazy. Like it doesn't make sense at all. Look, Mike said Rebecca Lynn Pope and April Mason they both threw in the towel. They threw in the towel. They're tired. Imagine being a dating coach. Just imagine how hard it'd be to match up a woman. Let's just say a 39-year-old black woman. You know how hard that's gonna be to match her up with somebody? when they got these type of characteristics. But like these women be on here talking about, if you ain't got more than 5 stamps in your passport, don't talk to me. Like, it doesn't make sense. And this is what happens when you got elders giving women bad advice. This is what you got. This is what you get.
Then tell me like, oh yeah, go stand on the corner. No, I never.
Speaking of bad moms giving daughters bad advice, why do you have a list? And then y'all get mad when the men say they don't want something, but y'all have a whole list that ain't never gonna be checked. Nobody's checking that list. Nothing older gains value. It doesn't. You older, you set in your ways, and the longer a lot of women stay to themselves, they're going to be even more set in their ways. They're going to have a certain routine. They're not going to want to break it. Like, so when women stay to themselves forever, that's going to be a hard break. And of course, those be the ones, they might have a long distance relationship, of course, because you don't know Paulina on Monday. So, but this is the problem right here. Like real talk. But listen to this.
The story I told in my first interview, that's how, I got introduced to that. I already went out there, mature and knowing and being aware because of what my mom taught me. But the whole process and stuff, it don't really got nothing to do with her.
And it was believable. Like, I feel like people they always say, is she really that age? Because when you have a conversation with her, even though she's young, it's like she know a lot. And I'd be like, damn.
She sounds like she is a young girl. She does not sound like she is mature. But think about it though. These are the moms that are producing these are the moms that are producing these women.
Hey, how much was you listening? Like, I thought I was just venting because I didn't have no therapist. So at 10 years old, I used to be talking to her like,
yeah.
And then
like when I was 9 and 10, like she used to be telling me all the stories, everything what she did in situations. That's how.
And women, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this for people in the back. Quit telling your daughter that your daughter is not your friend.
I know what to do in these situations.
And I used to say, if you ever get in a situation like this or whatever the case, because you never know. Like, anything could happen. God forbid. You would want to tell your daughter, before anybody else lied to her, I could tell her the truth. That's all how I look at it. But I realize she's so much more. Like, she has this charisma. She's very interested in what she's interested in. She has good editing skills. Like charisma, it means, well, this is what I think it means. It's like everything about you is like this animated, curious type of, don't give me the quote on definitions, but your personality is like, your persona is like, it just jumps out at you and it makes you like kind of like unique and stand out. Mm-hmm. I look at you like, okay, she one of them ones that I would just look at and be very intrigued with. Mm-hmm. Like, and that's just that. I mean, you all over the place. You're very talented, but at the end of the day, in these days, it could get misconstrued. You could get in the hands of a pimp who won't even value you. And that's...
Now take it. These ladies are on the corner, okay? These are on the corner ladies, okay? So when she's saying you could have a pimp, like what? This is her mother. This is her mother. Like, but this is the talk.
That's when shit gonna go wrong, because it's like you could be so much more, and it's like we all see it. We could see right through you, girl.
Right, and even me not dealing with pimps, I never seen you deal with no nigga like that was taking your money, and that's probably why I got that mindset, like, I'm not finna have no pimp.
And don't get me wrong, guys do. They try it all day long. Oh yeah, you get money, you do this, what's up, can I have this? And, I done been nice to a few guys, and I just realized, like, hold up, are you trying to take advantage of me? Like, huh? And that's what leaves me being a single mom and, by myself, and why I used to like older men, because they used to treat me very well, like my worth. I felt like I was a good person. That's what I deserved. But that could get looked down on. But I'm like, I just want to be like treated right. That's it.
And look, and I guarantee it, she probably told her daughter, get you an older man. Get you an older man. They gonna treat you better. Like, this is sad. I mean, and think about it. This is why I say, whoever you pick as your wife, your kid's mother, think about it. Mothers are their first counselor. counselor, they're her therapist, they're her teacher. And you gotta always recognize this is what you leave your kids with. This is what you leave your kids with. And this is her teacher right here.
Somebody who values me for me, not just want to use my body, use me up, use my money, and when they're done with me, just throw me away like I'm not nothing. And that's what I wanted to teach my daughter, but it comes off so much harder because I have to be the mom and the dad, and then it makes her be without a dad.
And then when people in your head telling you different stuff, telling the kid different things, you got to go extra harder. You got to, you know? Like.
First of all, they would tell my daughter, oh, yeah, if your mom really loved you, and she would think, like, yeah, my mom did just, call me a BRTCH, or I'm not going to lie. Like, when I was in New York, I went off on her, and that went viral, too. I was like, are you recording me? I went off on her, and people were like, oh, they was dragging me. Y'all was dragging me so bad.
You've been through a lot on social media.
I was crying because I'm like, I'm not really like that. She caught me on a bad day. First of all, this is what happened. I went outside. I was on a flat. It was cold in New York, and she called me. Can you check me into school? I'm like, how I'm going to check you into school and I'm in New York? Mind you, she hit up this other rapper. And when she hit up this other rapper girl, she was like, oh, my mom can't check me into school. Can you check me in? And I'm like, how you going to ask somebody else that's not your mama? And then ask me second. Though. A girl rapper. Her name is Lily Baby, right? So, this is the first exclusive. Nobody knows. And me and Lily Baby, like, we be talking on Instagram all the time. Like, I seen her in traffic a few times. We gonna collab in the future. And I told Nene about it. Like, I'm gonna collab with Lily Baby. Here she go. Oh, Lily Baby, can you check me into school? I'm like, girl.
No, that's not even why, because she was already commenting on my post.
Yeah, she like you too.
Yeah, she was commenting on my post, so I just asked her like
how you just ask somebody commenting on your post? Like, are you serious?
Y'all cool? She in LA.
So that's the thing. Y'all cool, she in LA, you not. So can you check me into school because my mama in New York? But I'm in New York chasing after you. And then that's the thing too, like
she's doing exactly whatever this woman taught her. Okay? Let me say it for the people in the back. She's doing whatever you taught her. I don't know why mamas come on things and they be like, well, I don't know why she acting like this. She doing whatever that you taught her. This is what you taught her. So this is what she knows to do. You only do what you know sometimes, and this is what you got. And you right, Skinny, that baby is going to be her son husband.
Like, yeah, I'll
be saying that, but it's not really going to work like that. Like, you can't just get a kid and check him to school. You got to.
Hold on, Skinny. Did you say she's missing? Like she's missing right now? Like she on like a milk carton?
Do all this background.
But this the thing though. You also need the parent. Like unless the parent is absent and on drugs or not around or whatever. But like I'm very much here. You can very much call my phone. We can agree on something. But if you trying to you always trying to do it without me. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying you need me, but I am a mother for a reason. It's a such thing as being, young. We don't want to use these words that you hate. Little girl, minor, now. But until you get 18, then you'll understand why things are how they are. And you probably won't even realize now. But yeah, like.
The point that she said, we don't want to use these words. I mean, is that not what she is? That's what she is. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at all the little trauma, tats all over, all tatted up everywhere. There ain't a space available.
I shouldn't have gave you that phone when you was how old? 7?
8.
I gave her a cell phone because I used to be, she's behind her grandma's house.
At that.
And I used to be going like, here go this phone. And she took it to a whole nother level. Like, but yeah.
What I always say, this is a pipeline to poverty, baby, all day long. Why does anybody give their 8-year-olds phones? You're not getting no phone. What you gonna do with it? And for what? And it's sad because this little girl's life probably could have been so turned out way differently. But you sitting there stuck. You're sitting there stuck with her. And she gonna tear you up. She gonna put everything on you that's put on her. And that's all she's breeding. She's breeding another her.
We're gonna get her right. I'm trying to do something real big. I want her to graduate. I want to sing her to graduation.
Yeah, I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna graduate for sure.
I want her to talk to young girls like now. Like, I want you to be talking to girls in the 10th grade already, like schooling them. Like, yeah.
Are things better between you for the whole?
I know she didn't say she was. want to talk to somebody and you still out there in the streets. You see the little girl saying, nah, I ain't doing that. So Skinny said she's from California. She went missing. Her mother used to slander her on social media. This is sad. Like, yeah, it is. It's extremely sad. But so many women, they go through this. You see how she just said, yeah, I call her names. If you call your daughter names, don't be shocked when she meets a man that does the same thing. Or when she goes out here, this is what she's gonna expect. She's never gonna know how to bond with somebody unless it's traumatic and it got a lot of trauma involved, because that's where she comes from. And that's real.
Family right now than they've been?
It's getting there. This is why
The whole family, not the whole family.
It's getting there. We got to get ties back.
No, we ain't talking about the kids. We talking about the whole family, right?
Well,
we are
whatever.
not cool.
Because they judge us. They look at us like...
They do not like us. They don't like me, for sure. They don't like her because I act like her. They like my brother because...
He ain't like us.
Yeah, he nice.
Like it's us against the world.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
You see how she literally put her in her own little trauma box. Like, whatever that mama's feeling, she literally put that on her daughter. So to see the daughter like, they don't like us. They don't like us. They judge us. The world's gonna judge you. That's life. But this is what I'm talking about. That little boy, what chance does that little boy have with staying with his mom?
But she got her people. She got people who love her besides the internet, but she still got trust issues with them. I got people who supposedly love me.
Do you guys have friends?
Yeah, tons of them.
Like good friends?
And they all fake. All of them. But we...
those aren't friends.
But...
Girl, Mom, we don't have no real friends. We don't have no friends. Don't lie on here.
That's why I said they all fake.
We got people that we call cousins and auntie and all that, but they fake too. But everybody fake in this world.
They done did some crazy stuff.
Everybody fake in this world, but...
They done picked her over me.
Everybody need love. So.
I'm like, huh? But, I mean, it's cool that you pick my daughter, but how you gonna leave me out? See, that's the devil. That's conquer and divide. Like, no, don't do that.
The point that she's even comparing herself to her daughter is wild to me. This is why I say a lot of women, especially a lot of Black women, they only teach their daughter how to fear stuff. Like, just to fear everybody and don't like nobody. Look at her. She don't even like her family.
It's like they started this shit.
Hi,
but she started it, and they didn't even try to finish it. Nobody really helps me really like that. That's why I gotta be strong, put my cape on, and super save out. No, I swear.
You gonna have any more kids?
Hell yeah, she gonna have some more kids.
6 is enough.
I just need one man who's gonna set me for all of my kids.
No,
that's gonna be the last one, and I'm gonna have to give him one.
Kids.
I'm gonna give him one.
What man is looking to set her? When she say set her, is she saying like she's looking for a man that's gonna take her and her kids? But think about it though. This is the dream that she's been sold, that a man is going to save you. Let me say this loud and clear. There is no man coming to save you. They're not. And why would he take on 6 kids, probably with 6 different dads? Guarantee it. Guarantee it. If them tests had all different dads. Everybody got their own family. Why would he even interject his life? Anybody with some sense, anybody with some values, that wouldn't even mix. That wouldn't mix.
And 6 of them gonna live with me, and the other 6 could be with you.
As soon as they start acting up and wanting to run away, I'm sitting up to her.
I mean, you guys have had a lot of fights.
Hell no.
Right?
I never fought my mama.
Arguments? Whatever?
Yeah, arguments.
Real bad arguments.
We never fought though. Like, that's diabolical. I could never
falling out. Were you guys
falling out?
Yeah, but like when we fall out, it don't even be real, Mom.
But what's it about?
It don't even be real. Like
because I don't like I would go in, I crashed my car. Remember I crashed one of the cars because I was about to take you to church and you didn't have no bra on? Stuff like that. Like, I buy her some nipple. She don't got one on now. I buy her nipple cover-ups and...
Broke in Berlin, there's always a man to play that role. What do you mean? What do you mean saying like... saying that saying that there's always a man that's going to come in to save her? Is that what you mean? I'm just making sure that I'm understanding what you're saying. Broken Berlin, men only switched up in the last 10 years. What do you mean when you say men only switched up in the last 10 years? Are you saying that men used to just take care of women? Like all women? Hit the like button, guys. Like, what do you mean when you say they switched up in the last 10 years? Like, I think men have pretty much stayed the same overall. Like, from what I'm seeing, when you look at different things, men have not really changed. A lot of women have changed.
And she doesn't listen to me. It's like, I'm trying to make you into this lady. Like, she's really a thug. She used to be a tomboy before she ran away. That's why I didn't understand how she ended up being a prostitute, because I'm like.
And the point that she says she's trying to make her into a lady. You're not a lady, ma'am. How can you make your daughter into something that you're not? Like, how can you give somebody something that you don't have? Like, I think that's the part that a lot of women, they don't understand. Like, she's going to morph into whatever that you are. I mean, look at it. Like, she's literally her little doppelganger. Like, she's everything that she was. She's everything that she is, like, for real. Mike said, men see them and younger. Yeah, exactly. Men see themselves in younger men. Women see themselves as younger women. You right about that. You right. That is so true. And you're not. And you are not. He means the cleanup man. Yeah, ain't nobody clean that up. Broken Berlin for a season, yes. Are you saying that a man's gonna come through for a season? Is that what you're saying? That he's but never for a lifetime? Never for a lifetime they coming by her. Oh yeah, exactly. Like, but this is what a lot of women do. Talking about, like, literally even her talking about how she's telling her stuff. Why are you telling your daughter inappropriate things? But this is where maturity comes in at. When your mom is not mature, this is what you're gonna get. This is what you're gonna get. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? This is her teacher. So this is what she's going to do. Yeah, lost souls all day long. Talking about you trying to turn her into a woman. How are you going to turn her into a woman and you're not even a woman? Like, and it's sad. And I don't think people realize, man, you got to watch out who you have kids with, because this is going to be what's going to go down. It says, Broken Berlin says, in the 1990s, Mad Men played the role of seasonal play dad. Real talk. We had a huge simp culture before 2000. I definitely believe, I believe we still got simp culture, right? And the thing is, a lot of women go, why does it have to fall on me? I'm going to tell you why it falls on you a lot of times, because y'all are the ones that's left with the kids. Okay? A lot of y'all like babies. Y'all don't like kids. And this right here, this is showing it right here. Like, real talk.
Wasn't you just a stud?
Here.
This girl to know who she was.
Are you guys?
And even that, like, look at that. Like, she was like, wasn't you just a stud? And who knows? She might just be GAY by default. It might not be because she really wanted to be with a woman. It's like, that's what's left sometimes. That's what's left. And a lot of men are not taking that in. A lot of GAY girls, they will take in a lot of I promise you they will. They'll take in a lot of streetwalkers and the dancers. They will. I see it. Ask them. A lot of the little entertainers and the OS, a lot of them, they all got girlfriends. They all got girlfriends. They honestly do, because that's what's left. GAY by default sometimes. Don't be wrong. I believe some of them are GAY just on the normal, but some of them are just by default. Like Killer Mike said, those days of playing cleanup man are over. There are too many platforms. Exactly, it is advising guys against it. Like that's wow. That channel is dark. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There ain't too many videos I'm gonna pull from that channel. That channel's a lot. That channel's a lot. It calls out a lot of stuff though that probably doesn't need to be talked about though. I will say that. And I ain't lying when I say a lot of women like babies. They don't like kids. They don't like kids. This is why the kids they're left out here. They let a baby. They let a baby stay. They let a baby shower. They love the gender reveal. They love babies. But little do they know, them kids gonna grow up, and then what you gonna do with them? They still need parents. They still need parents. And that's not, and think about it. They get on, they complain about the men, but a lot of times the men never showed you they were even going to be there anyway. So y'all had these kids knowing that this man's not going to be there. But think about it though. If that's your mom, like, this is what you do. You do what you know. You do what you know. Like I said, I mean, real talk. Said the cleanup man who got respect was BG. That song was a classic. Oh yeah, all you want. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but look at this. Look at this video. This woman trying to give this woman a chance. She trying her best to give this lady a chance. She is trying her best to give this woman a chance. And this is what she's doing. The lady looked like she confused with her.
Are you guys?
You still taking long? You said okay. Why you still got me stuck sitting right here? I gotta go. I got more stuff to do. Hurry up. Oh my God. Okay, you keep hugging me. Okay, let's go. I don't want. Get me out of here.
You learned your lesson.
Yes. How do you unlock this door so I can get out?
Did you?
I don't want to break things to get out of here because it's too fucking hot. And I got anxiety and it's too hot. Can you hurry up and open the door so I can get out of the store?
Let me get what I can get while I'm in here.
Come on. Okay, hurry up and open the store. You still got me locked in. What is it more left?
She's trying to give her a chance and everything.
Y'all was already trying to lock me in here. From the time that I walked out the door and came back in.
She's trying her best.
Miss, come on. I don't want to vandalize property. Trying to get out of here. Open the door.
You know what is right.
Look at her. She's trying to give her a chance. She sit there trying to hug her. I mean, but think about it. A lot of these women, they come from women that don't have no emotional stability. And the fathers. A lot of times they're not even there. So, like, you're making a time bomb. Like, she didn't even know what to do with the lady. The lady really trying to help her out. The lady really sitting there trying to talk to her. She's sitting there trying to give her a hug. She's trying to make her see what she's doing is wrong. I mean, it's not there. Like, it's just not. It's not there. And it's sad because she might not ever get it. She might not ever get that. Like, real talk.
What is wrong, right?
Okay, miss, can you let me out your store?
You know
like,
what
you
is
keep
right.
having me locked in your store. Then you grabbing my bag. You about to break my brand new phone. I got nothing on, nothing. Come on, let's go.
It was going down. See, breaking the door is no good, right?
I put the link in the chat, so if anybody want to come up, come on up.
You know that,
If
right?
I break this
You know
door,
what
then
is
you
right
gonna
and
be
what is wrong.
upset. Here's your key, so you can get me out,
will.
baby. Okay,
Okay.
hurry up. Thank you. Come on, let's go.
You learn your lesson.
No, I didn't. Come on, let's go.
What did she just say? What did she just say? She didn't learn her lesson?
You think it's being funny, miss? Come on.
It's not funny.
Miss.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
Exactly. Thank you. Because you're at the point where you're just holding me hostage now.
No, I just want you to be a good girl.
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you fine. Am I coming in clear?
Yes, you are. Let me see if I can put you on the stage. Hold on real quick. Let me remove this real fast.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see here. Why is it not adding you to the stage? Hold on real quick. Let me see here. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Was it not on the stage? Okay. Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me do something different. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to add you over here so I can hear you. Can y'all hear him?
Do I need testing? 1, 2, 3. Testing. How about me? Can
Look, let me know if y'all can hear him, okay?
I think you're glitching though, or you just did.
I
believe
I
so.
can hear him. Okay, hold on. Let me change my layout real quick and see if it lets you come up. Let me see. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Doing good. It's about 4 a.m, but I'm just finished making some videos, so I'm kind of still got some energy.
Oh, well, I appreciate you coming on here. Now, what would you?
Not a
What would you?
problem. Let's chop it up. But everything you're saying is absolutely correct. But we still have to understand we got to see the bigger picture. A lot of times we don't think about, us as a black man, we got indoctrinated with the thug culture in the 80s and the 90s, and we got to remember that women were hearing the same kind of music, but we didn't connect the dots of how it was kind of affecting them. So all of this that you now see in women, like all these guys like pointing, like we can't point the finger because we have a deaf culture on our side. So we got programmed on our side. We got to also understand that y'all got programmed too. And the only way we can't point the finger until we as a culture both try to deprogram ourselves from this bullshit that we've learned. So both sides are still getting more and more programmed. You still see today the Kia boys, we're still promoting this thug culture. And every time any guys have a problem with Cardi B, I'm like, who's the record label? Is it men? And who's her manager? Is it a black man? Is it a black man that's telling her what to say? Then you can't really have the smoke for the Cardi B's because it's the culture above her that's doing the puppeteering. We got to actually dissect this entire bullshit culture that we getting ingested with.
Yes, and I'm definitely agreeing with you. It's not that it's about on one side, right? Because of course nobody's letting the men off on the hook. But at the same time, though, you got a lot of women that are having kids. All the men are gonna. If I walked in the gas station right now and I said, "Who all want to go outside?" Most of them gonna come, right?
Yeah.
So, as this is what we're trying to say to a lot of the ladies, why are y'all allowing them? Like most men are gonna come, so we know that they're gonna want to do that. So if you're not allowing them, you don't have to be put in this position, because this is what's happening. They're having the kids. The women are being left with the kids, and a lot of times the women are emasculating the men that they are raising. So the men that they say that they so-called hate and they can't stand, these are the ones they're bringing up.
I got a weird theory on that, but just hear me out. Okay. I think a lot of women instinctively will raise their sons in the way, like the things that the fathers did or said to actually impregnate them, which was maybe the game or the flow or whatever that was. I think a lot of women subconsciously are mad at themselves for falling for that. So they try to raise their sons to be the complete opposite. And that's why I think you have so many emasculated young boys, because the women psychologically, the man was maybe, real suave and real mad or whatever. However she got pregnant, I think a lot of mothers, and this is outside the black, this is in all cultures worldwide. However the man actually got the woman pregnant, she's going to raise that child to be the inverse of that. So he's going to look like the father, but she's going to emasculate him. And that's why a lot of times women, maybe not instinctively, they'll turn their sons into a at least bisexual human being.
Oh, well, and think about this, right? And let's just say this, like when you're a woman, right? And you're raising a son, a lot of times a male is going to take a lot of her attributes, a lot of her feminine, a lot of times they're going to be really emotional because they're acting like their mom because there's nobody else to show them what's going on.
And arguing with their sisters. Yeah. If you're raised with sisters, then you also pick that vernacular up,
Yeah, you learn it from your mom. So this is why it's not that people are letting men off the hook, right? But like I always say, if you drop a man off on an island and there's 60 women, right? He can get all them pregnant one year. You drop a man off and you drop a woman off and there's 60 men. It takes a year to have a baby, pretty much. So
no, that's not true. Because if you drop a man on an island with 60 women, he's gonna swim off that. That's too much. That's too much jealousy. He's gonna swim to shore.
I'm saying biologically, like he can get every single one at the same time, right? I'm saying if it's on the opposite end, so that means that a lot of women that they're having the babies, like they're having the kids, and they're having the kids that they don't even like.
Yeah, I really like that theory you just got brought up. I want to kind of I'm gonna sleep on it and then play with it in my head because it's absolutely true. Women love the babies, but they don't, and we can take or here I'll give them grace and say they don't like raising the kids. Like once the boy hits about 7 or 8, like she's still kind of okay with him, but once he hits 11, she's so ready. And this is what happens in our culture, and I think we need to kind of rethink it. We're so the mothers are so ready to get the boy out the house that she pushes him out to make the mistakes. And I think a lot of times especially if we used to have Job Corps back in my day. So it was a lifesaver. Like, like once you got, man, bye mom, I'm going. If you wasn't smart enough to go to college, you had Job Corps, but now that's been almost cut to shreds. So now young boys, when they just want to get out the house, they ready to get out the house by 16, 17. And the only way they can really do it is by, embracing the streets. And
sorry, go ahead.
If home was a safe space, if home was a place where young men didn't have to hide who they were, if home was a comfortable place, the same energy that maybe the father left with, now that young man has to leave the house with, instead of us being raised with femininity, because most of us never were raised with it. We crave it now as adults. We want a feminine, but it's like we don't know how to cultivate it. We haven't grew up with it. So why are we craving it and yelling about it so much? No, if a mother didn't raise you in femininity, you got some issues, and you probably don't know how to actually be with a feminine woman who's actually operating in that. You want it, but have you ever even had it? Have you dated it more than 3 times? Like, unless you're dealing with crystal sisters or women who actually understand how to be a muse, you want this thing that you've never had. It's the same thing with women wanting this Jesus man that's never existed.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's like how a lot of women go. They want a man of God, but they don't ever like the men that's in the church. It doesn't make any sense. And I'll tell you this, a lot of boys who are raised by their mothers, a lot of them are sitting on the toilet to pee. They're not standing up.
In Germany, where I'm at, right? That's the culture, right? And I was telling my ex, let my son stand. I don't sit when I pee. But it's clean. It's cleaner. And I was like, look, I get the science behind it, but no. And so this might be too much information. Like when me and my son are outside on the playground, I'm like, nope, we go to the bushes and pee. We men, ain't we? He loves it. He's like, yeah.
And that's the thing. Even when fathers are involved in a lot of these kids' life, the mothers kind of overshadow that, and they like to take over. But they don't realize you're a woman. You cannot. You let his father do what he's supposed to do, and get out his life.
Yeah, I think you have a lot more freedom in fatherhood if you actually know how to co-parent effectively. I remember how I had to father when I was in the house with my ex, and a lot of times I was on eggshells trying to keep her emotions, good. And anytime I did something with the kids, it was like she would delegate or micromanage it. But once I broke up with her, and we still good, we stay in the same village. Like my kids are 7 minutes away from me on a bike. That I actually have more freedom as a father to actually father how I want to. And I think actually for our community, we need to kind of let go of this whole thing of us trying to be together for the rest of our lives. That shit ain't gonna work. You actually need to have kids with the woman that you can effectively co-parent with. And I don't care what she looks like. If you find a woman that that you can effectively co-parent with, her side of the family likes your side of the family, and that's it. Forget this love shit. It's not working.
And the thing is, it's not about even the love stuff like that. It's like we are knowing that kids, they do better in 2-parent homes. They just do.
That's true, but it rarely happens.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like here's the middle ground.
Yeah. So if we telling people just go get you a kid's mother and y'all co-parent, we see how that's working out right now. We see how it's working.
No, we don't do that. It's not like it's arranged marriage, but it's about picking the person to have children with, because people have children out of love. But when the love doesn't work, then there's hate. Love and hate are very interchangeable. When the man doesn't live up to the ideology or whatever he promised, or whatever the mistakes, when you have it with love, then it turns to bitterness. And I see people to this day having to use ChatGPT to even conversate with their their child's mother or child's father. They can't even communicate because they're so angry at each other. And I'm just trying to think of the future. Maybe the solution is to just end up having kids with somebody who you like, and you maybe try to have a relationship, but deep down that it's probably not going to last. And you already kind of know that when this breakup happens, it's a 50-50 custody down the split. We doing this as a unit.
And I think when it comes to love and right, those are conditional feelings. I think it needs to be something more than just that, because a lot of people can like somebody or love somebody, but that's not the best foundation to stand on, because people are making humans. Think about this. We are making humans with people, but we're not wanting to marry them. Women literally come on and be like, I don't mind having kids, but I don't know if I'm getting married. You are willing to share DNA with another person, You don't know if you're making a Freddy Krueger or a Michael Myers, and people are not like, when did we get that laxed? Like to where people literally are just going and just go, you know what, I just want to co-parent with somebody. Like, and
I don't think people are actually thinking I want to co-parent with somebody. I think people are thinking I want to get pregnant by somebody. But I don't think as a culture we're thinking about actually how to effectively co-parent in a positive way that affects the children in a positive way. We do it in a dramatic way, and it's on both sides. And I think again, the solution is, because most of us are born outside of marriage anyway, and that's just the truth of it. Most of us in our community. So to make sorry, say it again.
I said a lot of people are.
Well, the majority in the Black community for sure, the majority.
Oh, definitely.
So instead of maybe preaching and trying to tell everyone no, get married, because they still have divorces and they still have the problem after divorce and they can't co-parent. I think the smarter thing is to actually figure out again, because you can love somebody and not like them, and that relationship destroys itself.
And I would
try
say
to keep it at like.
I would say this too. Sorry to interrupt you, but a lot of fathers are in the house, especially if they're a lot of fathers who are in the house. They are great parents. Like, a lot of times, social media and the media is lying to us. A lot of Black fathers are getting bad reviews, and they're some of the most in your face, doing the work fathers out of all, like a lot of the fathers. But people don't think that they are, but they are.
You're absolutely correct, but I've been a bartender for 25 years. They're also depressed. Those men are struggling inside of this marriage mentality, and that's why they're drinking the way that they're drinking. They're not getting healthy food the way they need to. They're not. And I'm just saying again. I've had men who have been, and women too. They're not happy in marriage after about 10 years. They're not happy. They're just going through it. You know.
Okay.
And,
well, I'm gonna say this, right?
Okay.
A lot of people that's getting married or whatever, being married, it's not, if you only marry somebody because you just want to be happily ever after, that's not realistic, right? And the thing is, studies have shown us, if you can get married to somebody and you can have a good foundation, you are going to do better. So when I hear you say people are crying and depressed, you should see the people who are single and they got them kids and they crying on TikTok. Are they getting evicted? Like, you got way more people.
Yeah.
If you got help in life, it is way easier.
That part is true. And that's the part of our culture where we don't have an infrastructure on both sides. Our families are fractured. And the way it's supposed to be, hypothetically, if you're married, I'm not trying to disrespect. Me and you are married, right? It's your side of the family that's pouring into this, and it's my side of the family that's pouring into this and helping us out. But what happens is everyone's like, oh, you got married, now y'all figure it out. And when you start to, for example, if you have, like, we just learned about postpartum really in like the last 20 years, really, as a Black community. We weren't saying anything, and I think my dad and my mom broke up after I was born, and it was probably a lot of postpartum. But back in the 80s, that conversation wasn't had. And what she maybe needed her family to step up, and he needed his family to step up and have, hey, this is what you do when, because who tells young men how to deal with postpartum after the baby comes? We never got that lesson.
I mean, and think about it, when you're talking about mental, we're talking about people getting therapy, like that's something I feel like a lot of people just kind of jumped on in the last, I might say maybe like for real, like maybe like 5-7 years, where people are actually going to actually go get help or actually talk about it. But even like, and think about this, you got people on social media saying, oh, I'm not happy in my marriage. Like, I'm not, it's like, are you ever happy? Sometimes it has nothing to do with your marriage, right? And the thing is, you got 300,000 Black women just got laid off, right?
Yeah.
All, like, for real. So in real time. So you think about this, right? How extra sad do you think that they're going to be that they don't have that they don't have a husband or a spouse?
They're not going to be extra sadder because they're going to have somebody for the season.
They're definitely going to be extra. Hold on, you said they're going to have somebody for the season?
Yes, that's our culture. Like, let me.
They're not coming.
There's always going to be somebody that's going to be there, and that's just the truth. If you're halfway attractive, then there's always going to be somebody. If you're doing your squats, if you can still do a hula hoop, and you got a little bit of a curve, then somebody's going to be there. And that's just the truth of it. And it may not be the guy of a caliber that you want. It may not be a guy who has as much money as you want, but there's going to be a guy who has enough money for you to finesse for a little bit. And women know the game.
Let me tell you. Okay, the average woman is weighing like 190 pounds, right? The average.
Okay.
190 pounds, right? So when you say it's always going to be somebody, that's not a true statement. It's almost like how somebody say there's somebody for everybody. There's not somebody for everybody. That's not true.
No, but there's always going to be some guy who wants to hit, and he will pay money for a little bit to play that role. There's always going to be a guy to play that role for a season. Maybe a short season, a shortened season, a strike season.
But getting somebody to hump you in the back seat is not the same thing as getting somebody to marry you or bond with you and make a family with you. So that's what I am talking about. Everybody wants to hit.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, Precious can go in anywhere and go find somebody. I mean, the big 400-pound woman can go find somebody tonight. That doesn't mean anything. And this is what we're doing, right? We're counting those as accolades, and those are not accolades. And this is what's wrong with our community. Women actually think just because they're getting men to call them after midnight as if that's a flex. That's not a flex.
But it is a flex in our culture to get something. Like, look what I got out of this fool. Like, we gotta look at the culture. The culture does champion that. Say again.
Yeah, I said a wet butt, but that's what I'm saying though. That's not a flex though. You're not doing anything that's helpful to you. You got.
It's a flex, but it's not a flex to you or maybe your morality. But it is a flex, and we have to admit that.
It's not a flex to. It's not a flex to the world. Like, how's it a flex?
It's a flex in our community. The sisterhood code will say it's a flex. If you're doing that and you got females around you, they're not going to say, "Oh, girl, you need to get your shit straight." They're going to be like, "Oh, what you get out of them?" That's our culture. Really is a pimp hoe culture from blaxploitation, even down to the church. It mirrors a pimp hoe culture.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to make you understand is nobody cares if they think it's a flex. This is why you have 350-pound women thinking that they are the hottest thing right now, because in their head and because the woman cheering on that craziness, they don't think nothing wrong with having diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol, and they way bigger than men. It's not a flex, and you might think it's a flex to them, but it's not though. It's showing.
I still don't understand why all y'all anemic. Like, just eat some damn spinach. Every single black woman I meet is anemic. Like, let's make baby steps before we try to change the community. Can we just get some spinach in y'all? I'm tired of y'all putting y'all cold feet on me. I'm trying to tell y'all to wear socks to bed and y'all get mad. Just eat some spinach. Baby steps.
And just think about that, right? A woman and her health, right? We can't even talk to a lot of women even about their health. So I'm here to say, and I'm going to say it loud for the people in the back. Just because a man wants to sleep with you, that's not a flex. Women are not to be used like that. You're not supposed to be used that many times. You're not supposed to.
You're right, but
people are supposed to be coming into your womb like it's the art museum, like it's the corner store.
Well, if you don't respect your womb, then that's going to be disrespected.
And this is
it's the same thing for guys, and guys like sending dick pics to any and everybody. Like we don't respect our sexuality, so our sexuality is disrespected.
But I will say that it's not the same thing for guys. Guys and women are still looked at different, and I'm gonna tell you how. My uncle can bring a different woman to the barbecue every other weekend. My cousin Cheryl, she can't walk in every weekend with a different man. She's gonna be looked at as a whore. Sorry.
Maybe you're in my age bracket, but I think for the women that are younger. Sorry, say it again.
Let me know in the chat if women are looked at the same as men.
No, they're definitely not. But I'm saying that the pendulum is changing, and now
it's
for
not.
The women who are like 30, you say it's not.
I'm asking you, are you saying that it's changing as far as like women are allowed to do that? They can do the same thing that men are doing.
I think now it's being championed for women to show up. As long as you're getting something out of that man, she can show up just like your uncle does. And the women around her will be like, "Oh, you must be. What do you? If she's shining, if she's got all this stuff, and she's like, yeah, I'm getting this out of this idiot, and I'll be done with him next month." I think the women are championing that.
Even though they're championing that, it's not working out though for them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like women are championing. Women are championing women being over 300 pounds. Women are champion women emasculating their sons and their men. So it doesn't matter if they are
women are natural cheerleaders, Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So when I say it's not a flex, it's not a flex. Like if a woman told a man that she slept with 20 men, he's gonna be turned off. He's gonna be turned off.
Unless he's trying to just hit. He's not gonna be.
But we're not talking about.
Let's keep it 100. 20 is not even a crazy number anymore. 20 is not even a high number. If we're talking about a woman that's in her 30s, 20 is not even a high number for her these days. It really isn't.
Yeah. And just because that is to you is not a high number, right? But to a man that's looking for somebody, they might want to have kids with this woman. They might want to marry this woman. They're not looking for her womb to be going in and out like a convenience store. Who wants kids coming out of that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who wants kids coming out of that? So I understand what you're saying, that society is pushing. Even though Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, or whoever is on there saying they outside, they can do this. At the end of the day, you still look crazy as a woman. You can't do everything that a man does. It's showing that you can't. It's showing.
And we can't blame. We got to put it on Foxy Brown and Little Kim. Like they started that, and not the. Again, we got to remember that this that women are portraying right now, it all had a foundation, and it had a foundation in the 90s, and all of this stuff that happened in the 90s, the same way that we got programmed is the same way that some of the women started getting programmed and hearing, and as their sexuality was starting to be built, and seeing us in high school and we were championing this, it just makes logical sense that they've turned into this,
Oh, yeah, it does make logical sense that they turned into this, right? Just from everything that's been going on. But it's not helping women. Like,
no, it's not at all.
And even think about this, like women actually think it's because somebody is asking you out, or even if a man gives you some money, like that's not a flex. Your life is showing a reflection of it. Like you're left out here with kids without dads that you chose. Like,
very true.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like, where do we go from here? So, yeah, so look, somebody said 20 is ran through. Sorry. Team Peterson said.
They really think, no. Maybe from your age perspective, it might be. But if a woman is 30 years old and she says, my body count is 20. Okay, if you break that down, she started at 18. 18 for 1 year, she had sex with 3 people. That might sound crazy to you. But if she had sex with 3 people a year, which again, the number is more likely way higher than that. But if you just do 3 a year, then you've reached 20 by the age that you're 30 years old.
Okay, let me say this, right? I understand that is maybe how you feel, right? If she says 20, it's probably really 60. Let's go there. And also, most men who are looking for somebody to build with, they're not looking for somebody that's, even if they say 20, because they know it's 60. Like, they're not.
So you're asking for a lie right off the bat, which is Neely Fuller Jr. says, like, before we start having sex and before we start having babies, we should have asked each other 1,000 questions and promised to tell the truth. But we don't ask these questions because we want to live in the facade, like, oh, she's good, and I put her on this pedestal, and he's good, and because we're afraid that all problems are solved through the process of questions and answers. And because us in the Black community don't actually ask all the questions we should be asking before we get sexually intertwined, now we have the results that we have.
And I understand what you mean when you say that, right? But all I'm saying to you is women are not meant to just be
You're glitching, or maybe I'm glitching.
Am I glitching? So, let me know if I'm glitching, guys.
Just for a little bit, but I think you're good now.
I'm good now. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Like, women, I understand what you're saying, that 20 might not be a lot to some, but to the men, that a lot of the women, they're all going after the same men. So a lot of times the men, it's 20 regardless. It most likely might be too much for them. That's all I'm saying. For for the men they want.
Well, the men they want who have that kind of money. I mean, if we look at the results, most of those men look like they married. You know, you know what I mean? Like the it's not like they went and got like some Muslim chick. It ain't like they all pick, especially if you're looking at sports entertainment, like the athletes and things like that. They're picking women who look like they've been out in the streets anyway. So if women are seeing that, then they're thinking, well, the man that I want to get, he's picking women in my vibration. It's not like the men who are in the NFL are trying to find the virgin crystal sisters. It's not like the men in the NBA are trying to pick these women who are virtuous. They pick these women that look like glamour model hoes,
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? And I get that, right? But when we compare ourselves to celebrities, right? Like that's not realistic. And this is what I talk about a lot of modern women. They even Janet Jackson. You got 50-year-old women that be like, well, Janet did it. You not.
Janet did what?
Had a baby. Janet
oh, well, yeah, but Janet also slept with Jermaine Dupri. I mean, so she earned that. She got good alchemy for giving that man some loving, I guess, because us men, we never understood that relationship. Like, how did he pull that off? So God blessed her with a baby at 50. Like, Janet, thank you for doing that.
Well, and I think, we don't know if she had that baby or not. I mean, she was married to a prince, a billionaire. We don't know what all would happen. That woman had a whole
she got the money to get the inseminations that cost. It really does cost almost $1 million to do it the right way. And most women can't afford that. And
this is what a lot of women model, though. They try to model a celebrity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, we're not supposed to have idols. These are false idols. These celebrities. We're not supposed to. Definitely. That's what I've seen men actually have a straight up fist fight that could have led to death over Kobe versus LeBron. And I'm like, you're going to lose your life over this argument? And it's like, and that's why I realized, like, no, they really are false idols. And I'm not even Christian, but still, I just recognize it. Like, our community, we have so many false idols, and to our own detriment. And maybe that's what keeps us distracted from our own plight.
Oh, definitely distraction. And a lot of times, a lot of us are left in the victim Olympics. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of us,
Ebony, you're right. Just letting the chat lady know she's correct.
Yeah. A lot of like for real, a lot of people, and you got to think. Just like when I was saying that's not a flex, just because men are sleeping with you. It's just not. And that ain't what the market, the market of men they want. That's not what they're asking for. It's just like Jordan, right? The Jordan shoes cost this much and they're wanted because the market wants it.
Yeah.
It might not be no different than a very cheaply made Reebok, but the market wants, people in the market, they want the Jordans, right?
Yes.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, so we gotta stop spreading the narrative like that's a flex. That's not a flex.
And it's not a flex on the man's side either. But us as men got to step up and say that. But we have too many men that say like, oh yeah, I used to be like. And it's like, look, I've had so many conversations with men where I'm like, look, a lot of these things that we're complaining about, a lot of the problems are solved if the man just wears a condom every time. Why aren't we preaching that? Like, oh no, I don't feel as good. Like that's not what I asked. If it takes care of a lot of the consequences of all of this, if you could just wear a condom every single time, then you don't get the wrong woman pregnant. Then a lot of these things don't happen. You don't get why aren't we, the older men, telling these young boys to, hey, strap up every time? And the old men will still say to this day, oh man, it just doesn't feel that good. And I'm like, we haven't matured at all. If you're going to be doing things that are wrong, at least do them in the smartest way possible.
And the thing is, it's just like how birth control was, right? Or how people went to the chop shop when they got pregnant, right? That's not that's still not a solution. Like, it starts before then. It starts before then. So I think it goes deeper than them stopping at the store and grabbing a pack of gold plastics. You know what I mean? Like, it goes before then. But a lot of times the moms are raising these boys and they're raising these girls to not even ever bond with anybody. A lot of the kids they're in the house with the moms. The moms are they're champion behind it. They definitely are. And there's tons of fathers that do want to be fathers. And what about all the women that stop the kids from seeing their father? You see it all the time.
That's part of the culture as well. Like, I think a lot of women would actually be able to co-parent with the fathers if they friends didn't fuck it up. and there's so many instances where sorry, say it again.
You talking about you said that their friends didn't mess it up.
Yeah, like their sister, even their aunties, their friend circle of sisters. Like I think a lot of women would actually be able to co-parent effectively, but they get bad advice from their circle of friends, and I think that's what fucks it up a lot. Or where do you think that women get this whole idea of child alienation from? Like, it's a huge thing in our community to just cut them off.
It's a selfish thing, and society allows women to do that. They do. That's why you hear women come on. They're like, my child, I will let you see your child. I will let you. I mean, society is telling these women that that's their child.
Yeah.
And if the men aren't standing up to it, but think about it, a lot of the men come from women. They're not. They don't even have their sons' backs. They don't even have
because they grew up thinking that was I think a lot of those young men grew up thinking like, well, when I have a kid, I'm supposed to be gone.
Like I always say, a lot of women they try to make their daughters real strong and independent. They put armor on them, and they really baby their sons a lot of times. And this is
absolutely.
And this is why a lot of women are emasculating. They're even emasculating the men over their kids. I mean, look at all the videos where men are trying to really just get their kids. And they're fighting because they don't want, because if the man has a new girlfriend or something, it's a control thing. It's a control thing. And a lot of Black moms, and I'm gonna say Western moms, like they're controlling. So why would her daughter not be controlling? You raised her to be controlling. You see what I'm saying? So everybody she meets, she's gonna be controlling. She's gonna try to control everything.
In your opinion, what culture of women would be the best culture for Black women to learn from to switch the pendulum?
Maybe Latina culture. Like I feel like a lot of Latinas are really like they don't play about their family, their men, like they're
Mexico or not South America, right? More Mexico, right?
I understand like Latinos, like just the Latino community, period. A lot of Black women to me are one of the ones that really they really disrespect their men a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's a global thing. It happens to my friends in Japan. Like Japanese women are it's a global thing outside of like Muslim countries. Like that's the only group of women that are really not emasculating and like checking their husbands and doing all the hitting and doing all that crazy shit. White women do it. Asian women do it. Latino women do it.
Western women do it the most.
Eastern side, on this side of the world, trust me, they do it too. It happens in Germany. White German men complain about it all the time that their German women are like out of control once the relationship starts. It's a global thing that's happening.
Yeah, it is a global thing that's happening. But even when you think about it, African men who move here, like say a man moves here, he will sit back for a woman from his country because he's not going to enjoy her once she's already coming involved with American culture.
Yeah, but the American culture's already hit Africa too now. Like the African men, they're starting to have the same kind of consequences. It really is. It's starting to become a global epidemic. Women are changing, so that's why I'm saying like there's not like really any culture of women that's like not this as a majority, unless you're looking at Japan, China too. Like, and think about how the Tiger Mom, like they hit the men and they hit the kids. It's a thing. So, but it's not talked about. It's only shown as Black women. When I say it's actually global. It's damn near all women now.
Yeah, I don't think it's still all women though. It is a lot Western culture.
Majority.
Of course, Japan and I don't know. I'm not gonna say majority around the world. Like I'm saying,
what country do you think it's not happening?
A lot of different countries. Dubai.
Just name what countries do you think it's not happening?
Nowhere in the world is it happening like how it is like in a Western culture.
I'm just asking for you to name a few countries that you think it's not happening like that.
A lot of places in Africa. A lot of Nigeria.
African women in general are mean as shit when they're in the relationships. That's the truth.
They're not nowhere near as if they came here first.
Okay.
Talk to African men that actually moved to America. They will tell you.
I talk to African men all the time that come here in Germany with their African women and they change. I talk to my mother and my sister in Rwanda right now. I talk to them, and the men say that once the kids have come. Sorry, say it again.
He brought his woman over to Germany, right?
Yes, but I've also spoken to men who are in Africa with their women, and once the relationship has gone maybe 5 years or like 2 kids have come, those women still will go upside that man's head and emasculate him and do the same thing.
Nowhere near. Like, I mean, you got to think we have our culture. You got Sha'Carri Richardson in the airport pushing on her man. You don't see that in a lot of other cultures. You don't,
because it's not shown, but it's still happening at a mass rate.
Nowhere near as it is to America.
Okay, I'll give you that. America is like, America started to show the world that you can behave this way, and everyone else is now trying to catch up to America. But it's still happening everywhere outside. Okay.
I'm not denying that it's not happening everywhere. I'm just telling you, as our culture, we are top when it comes to that. Like when it comes to percentage wise, we are a lot of men who come here. This is why you got a lot of passport bros and things like that, because they're not trying to deal with some of these. I don't know if you watched the early part of this live. I mean, women don't even want a coffee date. They don't even want to go meet out for coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm
sorry.
Of course, Japan is like that now, but you got to think. Look at what we're turning into. You got to think 11,065 is every day somebody turns 65 years old. 11,000 people turn 65 every day here. And people are not having babies how they were having babies. So we're about to be neck to neck with Japan. We're not going to have the babies. Nobody's producing. So that's not good. That's not good. So we're going to have a whole bunch of old people. We're going to have a whole bunch of elderly people. Just like how Japan is. So when you look at Japan, they got mannequins and stuffed animals sitting on benches and stuff, and got them mounted at parks, because a lot of their adults they leaving. But this is what's happening right now. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you, Western culture is still different, even when it comes to our music. Like that movie Sinners was bigger than what people thought it was. Everything that happened in that movie was real. When it comes to our music and all that stuff goes into our mind. Everything that we do.
I absolutely believe that. I think us in the Americas, we have a bass god. Because over here, like the music, it's Afro beats. It's fucking horrible. I hate it. There's no bass. I grew up on a black college campus where we had like the drum. We actually had the bass, boom, boom. But over here, it's completely non-existent. And that's when I realized, like, wow, maybe we do have a different vibration. Because even the white people listen to bass, like in their rock and roll, like the bass guitar. It's part of us in the Americans' culture. But when you start to look at the world outside of that, we're like the only group of people that really incorporate bass in our music with the headphones. And like we walk around with that, and I think that's the programming. And so when people say we have a lower vibration, maybe that's possibly why.
Well, of course. I mean, our kids, they're allowed to play with their phones and different electronics before they're 5. And it's been shown that kids should not even be looking at phones before they're 5, because their brain's not going to compute it. It's too many images flashing back and forth. So our kids are being chopped in their head, and they seeing it now. Yes, you can look it up. The kids are not supposed to be sitting there playing with tablets and phones. Even when you look at something like China, their kids don't be on TikTok.
No, they don't.
Their TikTok it is none of that dancing and all that 304 culture. It is not. They don't do that. So
because they realize it's destructive to their society. They understand it, but they can destroy our society. Like it's like the drug dealer that makes sure that his kids don't do drugs, but they pour out drugs to the rest of their community. That's kind of what China's doing.
Oh yeah, definitely. But they're seeing like look a lot of the kids. A lot of the kids are all coming out. Like, I mean, they're now they trying to get on it. I mean, but look how the kids are coming out now. Look at it. So when I say our culture, yes, our culture is fried. Our culture is fried. So a lot of
Deep
times,
fried, deep fried 3 times.
fried on both sides, right? And the thing
Right.
is,
Yes.
nobody is just jumping on the woman. Like, I'm a woman, right? So of course I
Yes.
like women. I'm a woman. So I don't think people realize though, but the women a lot of times they're sitting there and they're raising the kids. The video I just showed you, that was that woman's teacher. That's her
Yeah.
counselor. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's that's what she's gonna go to. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna act like. So when
And
we
she's gonna
got
emulate
women,
that. Yeah.
yes. So when we got women arguing over coffee dates, but we are 300, 500 deep at a hair store opening. Like,
Man, that was
yeah, like,
insane, wasn't it?
and that's what I'm saying. Like, so people don't realize when people are like, well, it's she has a choice to choose from coffee. Like, you're a 300-pound woman talking about that you have standards. Like, you actually came on here. I would have never said that just because I'm 300 pounds. Like unhealthy.
We also have a food demon in us as Americans. That again, like, remember, I don't know how old you are. I'm assuming you're in your 30s because you look kind of like Gabrielle Union, and so I'm gonna say your 30s, even maybe late 20s. But people in my generation, you're welcome. I got you. In my culture, like, our first drug of choice was those little Debbie oatmeal cakes. Like, that was our drug of choice growing up in the 80s. We used to take them things, and man, we would on a school day easily kill 5 or 6 of them with our soda, with our Kool-Aid filled to the brim with sugar. Like, as a culture, we have ingested sugar at a young age so much that when people are older now, in 20 and 30, they can't. The idea of them just eating a cucumber and some vegetables and keeping it moving is foreign to them. Like, I can't eat that. I need butter. I need meat. I need
And I'll
carb.
tell
I
you
need
what, because
yeah.
that's what this culture is raised on, right? If you go to
Yes.
the drive-through a couple times a week, I think a lot of these women, they don't even cook. They go to the drive-through all the time. And I'm gonna tell you what, when I was coming up, when it came to my my white friends, like my white friends, they had care, they had vegetables and stuff. When it came to a lot of the black friends, they only had junk food. Everything was their mom shopped in the middle of the store, never on the outside. So even that. So when people go, well, our food is changing, this and that, you don't have to eat those. You don't have to eat that. You don't have to eat that. So
But
hold
it's
on,
the culture. It's
hold
the culture to have fried chicken. I can't have no baked chicken. It's like, why can't you have baked chicken?
It definitely is the culture. Hold on. Somebody said, is a coffee date the worst thing happened in our community? It's not about the coffee date, right? It is about how that woman came on here and said that she has high standards about her not wanting coffee. And it's the nonsense of it. It's nonsense. It's not about going off on somebody because of because it's coffee. It's almost like it's just like the man that went in the grocery store and the man said, I look straight at a black woman's face and I say good morning and hi, and just the feedback you got alone off of the black women, like I would have called the police. I ain't gotta say hi to you. Like, it's not about the coffee date. It's about, where did you get this from? Like, why? Like, where is this coming from? Where's
The
it coming from?
entitlement.
The entitlement. And then also think about this. The point that she came on here, she put herself on a billboard, right? She put herself on a billboard. And then she didn't like what people said. But that's life. That's life. And this is what our problem is, right? You don't get to do different things and the results come out and you don't like them. That's life.
Ooh. Right? It's like when he was in school, right? If you didn't do the work and you mad that you got the bad grade. And it's like and you even try to argue with the teacher, like, and the teacher's like, you didn't do the work. I know you spent maybe 20 minutes on this assignment at best, on this essay that was supposed to be done for a week. You didn't put any effort in it, and then the kids would actually still be arguing, like, no, and it's like, no, if you didn't do the work, you don't deserve the grade. It's as simple as that.
I know you're right about that. And the point that people was all on there like, oh my God, I can't believe y'all said that about her just because she's a big black woman and she has standards. I mean, and it's sad because we cheer that on. And she doesn't realize the bigger picture was, how is that working out for you? You telling me that you sit down at a table and ordered almost 2,000 calories in one setting for lunch. and you
Oh,
talk about
2000 is a low number these
yeah,
days.
and though that was just for one meal though, and you're talking about
Yeah.
standards. That's where the problem was at. Like, and she didn't think that was going to be addressed, or maybe she did. Maybe she was trying to rage bait us. I don't know, but women really do think like that though. They do. So all I'm saying is,
Go ahead. You go ahead and finish. My fault.
I'm
All you
sorry.
saying.
All I'm saying is it's not logical. And women, a lot of times they live in delusions. Like, you don't know, you can meet somebody and he can be a nice guy. Just because he wants to go get coffee, it does not mean that he's being cheap all the time. If people are out here dating, they don't got time to be taking somebody, every other girl, $200 for food. Like, who has that? That's not logical. So I don't see nothing wrong with somebody going to meet up for coffee. I don't think.
Were you raised with your father?
Yes, definitely. My mom and dad was married.
See, this sounds even the black community here, right? The black women here, it's completely different than the black community in America because these women were raised with a father, and so it's a completely different dating experience, and it's refreshing. It's amazing. The conversations are so logical because a lot of times as men, we're afraid to just speak to women because we know as soon as we say something wrong, the relationship's over. Complete. You might have been doing great for 6 months, and one miscommunication will absolutely destroy the relationship. And I learned that women who grew up with fathers, they allow you to be your natural self sometimes, and that's stupidity. They don't get so angry of you saying something the wrong way, or because they grew up with the father and they loved their father in his stupidity. And maybe they had a father who was completely structured, and that's different. But they had a father who was lighthearted and funny and caring. Then she can transfer that, and she'll even find a man. And when he's that, she's like, "Well, you said something stupid, but I know you love me. You stupid." And you can do that. Whereas another woman be like, "Wait, what the fuck did you say?" And that you can't grow old with. It's not about getting married. It's about growing old with somebody.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, the structure, of course, we see a lot of men get burnt when it comes to marriage a lot of times, right? It was set up for women to, almost have like an insurance, right? And the thing is, when a woman has a father, a lot of times she might have a little bit more empathy for men. If she grows up a lot of times hating her father, like, yeah, she's gonna hate almost every man because she's looking at him like she doesn't have a drawing board to go from.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
only thing from TV and Hollywood. That's the only drawing board.
I definitely understand that.
Or the church.
Exactly. So when I talk about structure and different things like that, I understand why they don't understand. I understand why they're mad. I mean, they never seen it. They never seen it.
Thank you. I thought you was gonna say I understand because I overstood. I was like, don't do that, sister. I thought you were about to say that shit. That'd be confusing me.
I'm just saying, like I understand what a father is. I understand what he brings to the table. How he adds to the family. He builds your household. So a lot of times when a lot of women don't understand that, that's why they be wanting to just go hard on the men because they don't know. They know how to mother the man. They don't know how to be a muse. And I was actually having this conversation with somebody today, and it's like the woman you have, is she a muse or is she a mother? And he was like, she's a mother. They don't know how to mother the men either. They honestly don't.
Not mother with love. They know how to. It's like a manager. That's what I say. I say women like to be the manager of their man. Like it's like that's not what a man wants to grow old with. Like it's not even going to get the best results. Like if you really want a man to achieve something, you got to give him muse energy. If he makes a mistake, oh baby, you try. Like laugh at the mistake, and he's gonna like be hard on himself anyway. A good man that he made the mistake. He doesn't need you to pile on the mistake on top of him because that's what a mother would do. A muse woman is supposed to look. You try. Next time, look. You just make this pivot next time, and you got it. And that's what men need, not mother.
But a lot of women are growing up and they're being emotionally, like they don't know how to handle their emotions. That's why you got women jumping on the men now. This is why you got women just cussing out the women. Let me read this comment. It said BBWs are lazy. It says lazy women haven't learned discipline or hard work. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women, and we do know that, right? And this is why And people don't realize that the more fat you got around your stomach and your chest as women, you know, like you're more at risk. But
yeah, for cancer, all types of stuff.
yeah. But the heart disease, people don't realize that, and that's why you got this thick culture, and it's not thick and it's not curvy, right? But this is what's being taught. This is what they think they think is good, and it's not, and it's showing. I'm looking at the knee surgeries. Knee surgeries backed up right now, and they're not going to finish. So when I hear women go, I can't lose the weight because our body is different than a white woman, that is nonsense.
Yeah.
Look,
before I pick up my phone every morning, I make sure I do 150 jumping jacks. Before I get ready to eat my lunch, I make sure I do 100 jumping jacks. Before I eat my dinner, after my dinner, I do 100 jumping jacks. Before I go to sleep, I do another 150. So throughout the day, I make sure I do 600 jumping jacks. It's not hard.
Because you have some type of discipline, and this is all a lot of the men are saying. They want women with some type of discipline. If you don't care, and this is why that talk of the coffee date, when she said standards, how you gonna have standards for not going to go get coffee, but you don't even care about your own body? Like, come on now, that don't even make sense. So that was really the whole talk about all of that. But I appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate y'all guys. Please like the live, leave me some comments. I am jumping off here. You know, I come on here on Mondays and Wednesdays, and sometimes I come on other days, but I do post it. But I appreciate y'all coming on, and it was nice talking to you.
Great conversation. I appreciate it. And again, I want us as Black men and Black women to learn the art of conversation. It doesn't have to be an argument. You can really just have a conversation and chop it up. And I hope more people see examples of this, because we see so much of the opposite on this YouTube space right now.
Oh, definitely. And that's what it's about, right? People don't have to agree to get an understanding of something. So you're right about that. But it was nice. I appreciate you coming on. Thanks, guys. I'm sitting here reading these comments. Thanks, guys. Make sure, and hopefully I'll see you again. Be good, guys. I'll be back on Wednesday.